Hello everybody, this is TechStack here, and this is episode 10 of my Let's Play series. As promised, I'm here to show off the mostly finished product, I should say, of the skeleton spawner setup. There's the tier 5 skeleton spawner right there. Let's go ahead and kick it on for just a second. As you can see, they do all fall within the bounding box down there of the kill zone. And that is because I have placed cobblestone, 5-6 blocks down. They no longer can spawn out there in that outer block and fall onto that lip down there. So let's kick this thing off. Yep, jetpack's good. Let's go ahead and go down. As you can see, I've set up 9 different transposers down there, and underneath those transposers, I have them set on. Creeper. Set them up with a pneumatic pipe with the redstone in the pneumatic pipe. That was then just ran over here to a piece of redstone and a timer. And that guy's going to come blow up my ender chest. That just pulses the transposers every second or so. There we go. That's much better. And when it does that, the transposers suck in any item within get 1 block radius of the outside of the thing. I tried it with just one in the center. That didn't seem to work. This setup works. That gets all of them. So that's the spacing you got to go with, it looks like. As you can see, I've got plenty of bones. I've already cleaned this thing out of arrows. Took those back to my base. In fact, there's some more in here now. Let's go over here and show what else I've been working on. I did quite a bit off camera the other night. Typically at night when I'm recording, or when I'm playing, I can't record. It's just too much of a noisy environment, so I do this in the mornings. As you can see, I've used the quarry some more here. In addition to having the ender chest right beside the quarry, I've discovered that you can put the energy cell right beside the quarry. I wasn't doing that originally because I didn't think there was any way that you could really control it, but after some playing around with this thing, I realized that you could just crank down the power to 0. That would effectively turn the quarry off if you ever needed to. Well, let's go ahead and turn this thing back up. And because of the fact that this thing runs so fast and it drains so much energy, I've really gotten tired of going back and forth between the tree farm that I've set up, the temporary one with the large redwoods, and my furnaces to burn the things, and from there over to my generators to generate the power to turn those things on. So I've made some changes to that whole setup. Also in the nether here, as you can see, I've created some more linking books. What I did was I went out and found the end portal. The reason for that is I wanted more ender pearls. Have not gone and killed the dragon yet. Have not gone and collected more ender pearls. I just found the end portal and collected enough ender pearls to open it up. I did go in there, but I used a linking book to get back so that I didn't have to kill myself or anything like that. If I remember correctly, I believe this one here goes to the end portal and this one goes back to my base. So let's hopefully we end up in our base. Yes, okay. If you look right here on my screen, you'll see that the end portal is about 70 blocks beyond my underwater base. So that's actually really cool. I can just extend the tunnel from my underwater base and walk right down to the end portal if I wanted to. But like I said, I do have a linking book to it for the time being. As you can see here, I've finally gotten rid of my furnace setup here. I hated the way that thing looked, and these things will be going too. It's just I've got to clear out all the inventory, find homes for it, and move them around, that kind of thing. But for now, let's go ahead and show off what I've got back here. As you can see, I've cleaned this up a bit, and those were... Here, let me get this off the wall. Those are the 2 blocks that came from where those things were. I cleaned it up a lot. It doesn't look as ugly. I probably will be putting in some more of these redstone energy cells as I build them. But I've got this lever over here that activates this whole setup down here. And what this setup is it takes the wood that, or logs rather, that are in there, runs it through this transposer, kicks them out into the pneumatic lines along the top of all these iron furnaces. The iron furnaces, obviously will smelt the item, and they do so at a lower cost than a typical furnace, your standard stone furnace. They can smelt 10 logs for every piece of charcoal that's at the bottom down here. When they're done doing that, this retriever on this same redstone line, so it's disabled right now, has a timer set up that pulses, and it will pull items that are on the right hand side of this, so the charcoal that it's producing actually. When it does that, it'll split it into this pneumatic line. Oh, and one comment about the retriever. By using a retriever, I'm able to pull from all of these iron furnaces at the same time with one retriever. If I were to do it with a transposer setup or filters or anything like that, I would have to put one on each one of these iron furnaces. So this just saves some resources by using one to pull from all of them. And I will show you this in a second because I got to charge that other redstone energy cell. As you can see, I do have a battery box, blue electric battery box down there. There's some blue electric cabling that's running underground here. It goes out, and up there there's two blue electric solar panels. Down underground here, I'd started off with just a thermal pile. So there's a thermal pile down there with some water and lava beside it. Excuse me for just one moment. Sorry about that. I had to cough. Down underground there's a thermal pile, lava, water on all the sides of it. The power that thing generated didn't seem like it was going to be enough to keep up with this setup, so that's why I went ahead and built the solar panels out there. So anyway, this retriever, when it spits out the charcoal, its first priority is to go down this pipe here. That pipe goes underground and feeds into the bottom of all of the iron furnaces. So it's putting charcoal in the bottom slot of the iron furnace. That's so that these things run on a continuous, self-sustaining fashion. Never have to come down here and feed additional charcoal into them. Once all of those iron chests are full of charcoal, so all of them have 64, then the restriction tube that I've got set up here will allow it to feed into these generators. And that's how this whole setup works. The fact that there's a restriction tube here prevents the retriever from sending any charcoal over to the generators if any of these have an available inventory slot. So these guys, as long as I continue to feed wood logs into them, will never run out of charcoal to run themselves. So once I did the initial setup, they're good to go. Then finally, all of these are generators. I plan on adding additional ones as I need. I will also be adding additional battery boxes as I need and have the resources to do so. And then finally, my setup I had from up above, all of the electric engines feed into the redstone conduit, which eventually turn into the, or go into the redstone energy cells up above. Now, you can see I've got the red alloy wire running down here underneath all of these so that it powers all these engines. So this whole setup is all controlled off of one switch. That one switch turns off that NOT gate, which activates both of those timers to pull items out of their chest, or pulse the retriever to pull items out of the what do you want to call it, the cooked slot of the iron furnace, and then feeds the bottom or feeds the bottom of these generators. So it's self-sustaining, assuming that I have enough wood. Right now, that's the only trip back and forth I have to do, is get more wood from my temporary tree farm. As you've seen in my modded Minecraft episodes, hopefully, I do have a solution for generating enough wood to keep this thing fed. But unfortunately, in order to build that, I need frame motors, and those require a diamond block. So I need 9 diamonds. I don't quite have enough for that. That's part of the reason I went ahead and did this portion of the build, is so I can get my redstone energy cells going to power my quarry, so I can get the diamonds, so I can finish this thing off. So long list of things to do to get to this point, but it's been fun. That's part of the benefit of doing all these mods. It's just a challenge to figure out how to get from A to Z and everything in between. As you can see here, the original power setup that we had here has ran out of lava finally. No lava left in the line. Just a little bit of lava left in my geothermals. So all of these battery boxes still have power. That's a good thing. I say it's a good thing because once these guys are out of power, they are probably going to move along with the electric furnace and macerator, because I will be using those battery boxes over here, and I will probably at that point, once I'm ready for that, set up a method of turning on the generators without turning on the electric engines, so I can determine if this portion of the setup, these two rows here, are creating Minecraft joules, which would be this portion, or just EU, and I just have a finite control over it. I might even use some type of logic gate or whatever they're called to detect if these guys have energy they can store. If they do, then it turns on the electric engines and cranks that thing out. That's probably the final setup I'll go with, but just kind of taking baby steps here as I go so that everything works out properly and can be done as I go here. Let's go ahead and kick this thing on so you can see it in action. See the transposer, I keep forgetting what the thing's called, it's pulling all the items out of the iron chests, and that will be replaced with a ender chest hooked up to the tree farm eventually, so I don't have to run back and forth. And it just keeps filling the iron furnaces until they reach their capacity, and then it moves on to the next one, starts filling it up. And you can see the retriever is pulling from the furnaces as they cook at a good clip, and they must all be full already because it's kicking out over to the generators. Generators are running as needed, kicking out EU, and so are my electrical engines, which are creating current capacity of MJs without a socket in them, of 2 MJs. So I've got I think 7 or 8 of these things. I'm making 14 or 16 MJs per tick. So these things, that one's full, and that one's powering up. So that's my setup. Like I said, this has been interesting. Trying to figure out what all needs to happen in the certain order to get it to work. What else have I got going on? Let's see how many diamonds I do have. I think I need 9 to do this. Yeah, see, I'm still 4 short. Why don't I go ahead and cut here? Hey guys, I'm back here. It's been about a day real world time since last time I recorded, and as you can see, I have set up a linking book all the way to the end here. I have gone ahead and killed the dragon off camera and set up a little bit of a trap here for the Enderman. I'm working on my soul shard for the Enderman here, and also I need to grab all this XP because what I'm looking to do here is I have a Soul Stealer 3. Oops. Let me get up here and kill the sound here. 1 second. I have a Soul Stealer 3 sword, but it's almost ready to break, and I want to get that thing repaired. You can certainly do that on an anvil, but I need to be like level 32 in order to do it. So I went ahead and repaired up my Soul Stealer 2 sword. Ooh, I guess I need a little bit of sounds here. Let me get up under my safe zone here. That way I can tell when these guys are going to attack here. Okay. I should do it here. Anyway, like I was saying here, this is kind of what I've been doing. Just stare at these guys, bring them up there. That's still way too loud. Let's try it like that. Sounds on these guys are just ridiculous. You know, I have my headphones on when I record, and I keep my sounds down on the game for you guys so that you can hear me talking. My microphone doesn't pick my voice up that well, but this thing, whew, they just go nuts. Their sounds, it hurts my ears. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what I was doing here. I set up kind of a pyramid deal where they can just kind of hop up here with me. And the reason I'm up this high is just so that I can see them off in the distance. I've got a good vantage point to be able to stare at them all and bring them all up here. I was doing it under that exit portal down there where I killed the dragon. And it wasn't working out very good because just couldn't see very far from there. So I came up here, built this all up, but when I did it, you know, I initially had just this glass tower, and that was it. And they just kept coming all underneath this thing and down there, and just freaking out down there. I couldn't get to any of them. And I built the glass top on it also, just so that if there's any of them standing up there above me, I'll know it before I step out from underneath this thing. But yeah, so I'm going to probably cut here. Work on my soul shard, which you can see is up to 760 kills, so it shouldn't take me too awful long with soul stealers. Once I get that thing set up, I'll probably come back, because this is going to take me a while. Yeah, I'll plan on working on getting the quarry set up some more, more different places. Probably going to set it up underneath my base, my main base actually, and just clear that area out. Have some plans that I'm going to be doing underneath that base. And we just need that thing set up and cleared out. Looking for diamonds really, because I need diamonds and of course these beautiful little ender pearls here to build my next big piece, which is going to be the tree farm. And that's really going to be so that I can power the sorting machine, or power my base to get the resources for my sorting machine, I should say. The sorting machine itself shouldn't really take any EU MJ type of power, but my quarry does. It just chews through it. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna cut here, hopefully before I die. We gotta stand like right dead center in this to not die. And I'll see you in just a second. Okay guys, I'm back here. I've got enough levels now to repair my Soul Stealer 3 sword with just junction and sharpness. As you can see, it costs 32 levels to do that. Chewed through this Soul Stealer 2 sword pretty good, and then I had 3 of those like Thame swords, the short swords that are good on Enderman that I went through also, repairing them each time along the way. So I am almost up to a tier 5 already. This thing will make it happen shortly. So I'm going to finish this soul shard off, and I'll be back sometime after that. Thanks. Okay. Gotten this thing down to 1024 kills, or total of 1024 kills on it. This should be the last guy here. There we go. Tier 5 soul shard. That should be the last Enderman that I have to manually kill. Yay, because I'm tired of listening to these guys. Let's get out of here. And as you can see, I've gotten quite a few ender pearls out of doing all this. I really wasn't trying to pick them up. It just wasn't a priority. I was just trying to get to the tier 5 on this thing. But this will be good. This will keep me supplied for quite a while. So while I do have this tier 5 Enderman shard, and I do know where I'm going to put it and how to do it and all that, I probably won't do it right away because I don't have a need at this point. Because that was really the whole purpose in having those tier 5 soul shard, was to get the ender pearls. Once I get low on the supply, I'll be building that thing out, and we'll have an infinite supply of those at that point then. So on to the quarry and finding some diamonds. Once I have diamonds, then that's the next time we'll meet up and be going on to building the tree farm. Hey everybody, just wanted to show off one change to my setup that handles the output of the quarry. I was having trouble with the quarry outpacing the ender chest, the transporters and ender chest together up in my temporary, not even a sorting room, I would call it a storage room. And that was because they just couldn't pulse out of it or pull out of it quick enough. So what I've done instead here is taken the ender chest, and I've hooked 4 on the sides and 1 on the bottom up to this ender chest, and then used redstone pneumatic tubes to synchronize the pulses on all of these. So that single clock back there, or timer back there, will pulse all these, and they will pull up to 4 items at a time when the core is running full speed. So if I were to, for example, let's get back up here, stick a whole stack of this stuff in here, you can see it's pulling out, 5 at a time, because I've got 5 different pneumatic tubes here. So it just floods the tube with whatever's in this ender chest basically as quick as it can. Greatly improved the setup I had, because before with just the one transposer, I would fill this ender chest up in short time with the quarry going full speed like it does now. So anyway, just wanted to show that off. A little bit of a tip: if you're using any type of transposers on the ender chest with a full speed quarry, it will not keep up. You need multiple transposers on it. This might even be overkill. Maybe 2 or 3 would be enough, but I didn't want to lose any more items because once the ender chest got full, the top of the quarry would just start spitting out all of the items it picked up. So yeah, anyway, I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. Just wanted to show off this little wheat farm I set up here. Just a simple clock using regular repeaters, going in a loop around here, and goes to the first deployer. It's deploy some seeds. The second one does bone meal, and then finally a block breaker over there that just spits it out into a chest. So as you can see, it produces it at a good clip. Really was just trying to get a supply of wheat set up so that I can start feeding the cows more regularly, and then get those guys breeding and producing enough cows that I can start taking some cows and making books and things like that. Because even trying to create my enchanting station over there was a challenge because I couldn't get enough leather to create the books. So this should hopefully get me a little bit of a head start on that. Also, I can stop eating the zombie flesh that I've been eating while I'm playing here today. Get some actual wheat for food going. But just wanted to show this off. It's real simple. Nothing really to it. The hardest part was just trying to get the block breaker to actually feed out into a chest instead of just spitting everything out on the ground, because originally I had this wire just running behind it, so I had to put it over top of the block breaker. It still triggers it, and then of course when I did that, then these blocks over here wanted to get powered by it, so I had to do the strips. Originally I was thinking I needed a transposer for this because I was thinking the block breaker would just break it and only pick up the wheat and the seeds would just be sitting there, but it picks up both of them successfully, so that's why I had this set up here. This isn't, oop, there goes my whole clock. Let me get that hook back up. I guess that gives me a good chance to show off how to start this thing because it doesn't run all by itself. Where'd my lever go? I don't have one. Well, let me just tell you. You set down a lever here, you flip it on real quick, flip it off, and then it's continually powered. The other way you could do it is get it powered all the way up, break this piece of redstone here, wait till like this part of it turns off, and like up to that repeater, and then place the redstone down again real quick before it comes all the way around. If you do that, then there's a pulse going around instead of being continual on, because if you just leave the lever here long enough, the whole thing will light up and stay lit the whole time. So anyway, thanks. Yeah, I'm back again. Just compacted this down a little bit more. I realized I can move the water in right there, and I didn't need that extra block line over there because this transposer didn't end up being needed. So let me just go ahead and kick this on and show you how to do it. That's all there's to it. I guess I can leave the lever here, just keep it powered off. There it is in action again. It's still working. We've got quite a bit of wheat going. So, okay, I'm back again. I changed the timings on it. That repeater set it, the first setting. No right clicks. This one's at 1, and I think this one's at 3. This is about as fast as it can go. I didn't have this one at 3. I had it at 2 to begin with, and this block breaker wasn't breaking the blocks because it was just too quick of a pulse for it or something. So, but at this rate, we're gonna fill this chest up pretty quick. As long as I can keep feeding the seeds in over here. Obviously, you could pipe them in, pneumatic pipes or buildcraft pipes, but I'm not planning on using this very much. Just to get started here with a good wheat supply, and then I'll probably just turn it on occasionally. No need to build an overly complex system for something that's just short term. Hey, and there's an easy way to turn it off. Just power the whole thing. Okay. These things, I tell you, this ore right here, this silver ore, I do not like that texture. From up top, I seen that thing because it's all lit up by the lava. I was all excited, came down here, thought it was diamonds because it's got that hint of diamond color to it. But it's not. Back to more quarrying. Hey guys, I've been quarrying for quite some time now. Haven't had very much success with diamonds. I'm gonna go up and check and see if I got any in my storage room up there. Oop, Gotta put jetpack on. But I've taken a look at the footage that I've recorded so far, and depending how much I cut, because there's some scenes in there that probably aren't worth showing, depending on that, I will probably end up just signing off right now. So that's why I started recording here. I don't see any diamonds in my chest, unfortunately. Let's make sure there's nothing in one of these barrels. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to keep at it for a while. So anyway, as you can see, my sorting system in action, or the storage system in action here, just chugging away, emptying that chest as fast as it can. And I do see that this one's not even pulling. So this is kind of a little bit of a waste. The quarry cannot quite keep up with this end. So that's a good thing. I'd rather have this end a little bit overpowered than the chest fill up and start spitting out diamonds into lava, because I was afraid that was doing that at one point. But anyway, this is TechStack signing off. Have a good day. And this is my Let's Play series using the Feed the Beast mod loader. And we are playing on the DireWolf20 pack. As you can see, when I turn it on here, the frame machine head starts moving down and the block breakers start just chewing away the tree. The key to this thing is, and you can see my quarry, look at this thing go. This is not sped up at all. As you can tell by my voice, I don't sound any funnier than normal. But that thing just chews through the blocks. I have a little bit of concern if my